Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we have another lighter that I plan on giving away. This is a lighter that a good friend of our channel has shown interest in, and as a thank you, I plan on sending it to him. And just sent him a text, or actually a Facebook message a few moments ago. Make sure that he is interested in it and let him know that I was planning on giving it to him if that was the case. Don't remember, and I didn't go back and look at the original video for this lighter to see in the comments, but there were several comments, and I think that the general consensus was that this was a utility lighter that would have been used to light a pilot light, things like that, on a hot water heater for your house, whatever it is that you may have that required a pilot light. You can see that that flint mechanism is not always the smoothest, but man, it's got a whale of a spark behind it. Go ahead and disassemble this and take a look at it. Here's your flint spring and screw, along with the flint. Looks like it may be wearing a little bit unevenly. A little thinner on the one side than it was on the other. And our flint spring. And thread that into the end of the tube. So I don't know that this is a branded lighter of any kind. Before we tighten that down at all, we'll make sure that we've got everything going in the right direction here. There, with just a little bit of pressure, we can see that that is the right direction to be spinning the wheel. I don't see anything here on this assembly that would point that to you other than seeing the spark or feeling the grooves and the direction which they are the sharpest. So there we go, in the right direction. Tighten that on down. A little bit difficult holding it in my fingers, but looks like we have got it working now. Well, maybe tightening that all the way up a little much. Since that is locking up on us the way it is, maybe because of that flint wearing so unevenly, we'll go ahead and install another one. Go ahead and show you that again so you can see what I'm talking about here. You can see that that is not your typical symmetrical concave shape. It is definitely cutting way deeper on one side than it is the other. And that feels like the sharp edge there, so I think that is the proper direction. Got our new flint here, which you can see has not been ground on either end. Install that. Flint spring and the flint spring screw. Go ahead and get that grooved in the proper direction. Now we tighten it on down. Don't know that we need to tighten it all the way. So now we will reinstall that into the mechanism of the lighter. There you see a good solid spark. Let's go ahead and fuel this up. There you see the nifty handle, which is really lightweight and appears to just be made out of wood and aluminum. Looks like there's a screw or bolt there holding the aluminum mechanism to the wood handle. And then of course that tank screws onto that, and then the lid screws onto that. I don't think this will hold too much. It's not a huge tank. We're gonna try 5 or 6 unless it is obviously pooling before then. There's number 3. And that wadding is looking pretty saturated, so we're going to stop there at 4. Screw our handle back into place. Wick may be damp, but doesn't appear as though it is soaked anyway. Plenty of fuel there for it to light right up though. Aluminum snuffer cap, which threads onto the top of the mechanism. This ring that is affixed to this top knob here is obviously not aluminum, as it has rusted, corroded pretty extensively. So either it is some form of corrosive metal that had a plated finish that maybe wore off, or my guess is it was just some cheap metal that they used for the ring. Maybe even added later, possibly even a replacement. As I said, I don't see any kind of branding or maker's mark, anything like that on it. But an obviously function designed lighter where you needed a handle to manipulate or handle the flame that you are creating here. But it is lightweight. I question a little bit the veracity of the notion of it being for hot water heaters and that sort of thing, because it's just so thick. Plenty of places that you might need to light a pilot light where it would be difficult to hold this and get it down there into place to get it where you need it and manipulating it by this somewhat thick and cumbersome wood handle. But anyway around it, it is a functional lighter. If you just always wanted to have a lighter in your pocket that was on a wood handle, then this might be the one for you. Stick it in your back pocket. Pull it out of there when you need it. Great shower of sparks. Lightweight aluminum and wood. Utilitarian no matter how you look about it, but possibly even designed for a specific utilitarian purpose. Until next time.